Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to show you 15 amazing mods for Fabric Minecraft version 1.20.1 or 1.21. Let's head into the video. And we start off with Let's Do Farm and Charm. This mod is part of the Let's Do series, which has like 1 million mods at this point. This part of the series will introduce new advanced agricultural and farmhouse content to Minecraft. It will add mincers, cooking pots, as well as grains and fruit varieties to enhance your culinary and farming experience. Besides these cooking theme blocks, there are also decoration blocks, like a tool rack, water sprinklers that water your farm, scarecrows, feeding troughs, and more. Carts, which can be used for easier transportation, are currently disabled, but should hopefully be back soon. This mod will enable you to cook many new dishes, some of which can also be placed as blocks. The mod is pretty similar to Farmer's Delight, so if you are a fan of mods like this, you could also take a look at this one. Both mods have their advantages. Farmer's Delight has many possible add-ons and mod compatibilities, while the Let's Do series has a range of different mods in the series, which is also pretty great. The second mod on our list is Better Days, and this mod won't add any new content to Minecraft, but will enable you to change the day and night cycle dynamically. The first feature of this mod is that you can customize the day-night cycle duration, so you can set the length of the day and the night independently. You want days to be longer and nights to be shorter? With this mod, you can simply configure it. But what is even more impressive in my opinion is that it replaces the vanilla sleep functionality with a smooth and natural transition to the morning by simply accelerating the time while you are in bed. In multiplayer, the time will pass faster depending on the percentage of players sleeping. This will remove the need for all players to be in bed for the night to pass. A really cool concept if you ask me. Next, there's Simply Skills, and this mod is pretty unique and amazing. Simply Skills provides you with a combat-oriented skill tree. There are many different passive skills, specializations, and signature abilities. You need to use your XP to move along the skill tree, and once you reach a specialization, you can unlock an additional skill tree that contains abilities and skills unique to that specialization. However, you may only have one unlocked at a time. The signature abilities can be unlocked after advancing to a specialization path and have an internal cooldown, because they can be quite strong. I love the fact that you have an actual skill tree in this mod, because it just looks cool and because you can really follow the progress while playing. The only thing that I think could be maybe changed is the UI, because at first glance I didn't really understand the different interfaces and what to level up in order to reach different specializations and so on. As you can see, the signature abilities themselves look pretty cool and are definitely fun to use, although they don't seem overpowered. They will not turn you into a super strong warrior, but might help you out in a fight. And they just spice up the combat gameplay a bit. It is a unique mod that is just interesting to use and that will reward you for playing. Soulslike Weaponry is a Minecraft mod that adds over 40 different legendary weapons and multiple bosses to the game. The weapons have unique effects and the bosses have many different special abilities. Killing any boss with this mod installed will drop a Lord Soul item that you can use to craft legendary weapons from this mod. The mod kinda reminds me of games like Dark Souls or Elden Ring with some mythical opponents you can face, ranging from undead warriors to demon-like creatures. You are also able to explore some new structures, and overall, this mod will just give you the opportunity to explore more. So you have more adventure, combat and gear to fight your way through your world. The mod has over 8 million downloads, and although I wouldn't say that it is on the same level, like for example Mozi's mobs, it is still pretty cool to play and will give you new exciting content for the game. The boss fights themselves are fun and challenging. Feel free to check this mod out. Next, we have Frostiful. This is a Vanilla Plus combat and survival temperature mod that reworks the powder snow freezing mechanics. It introduces more ways of freezing and being frozen, as well as new methods for warming up again. From now on, there are more ways to freeze to death, like passive freezing, icicles and others. But using fur tufts for fur armor, you can also resist the cold for a longer time. When you get too cold, you can use a fire to warm up again, or even steal the heat from enemies using special tools. But that is not all. There's also a new type of magic called Frostology. In new snowy fortresses, you can encounter armies of chillagers that will shoot frosty arrows at you. And their leader, the Frostologer, uses powerful magic spells to freeze you, summon opponents, and more. So, to sum up the content, Surviving in snowy areas will be more difficult, as you have to stay warm, and there are new structures with strong opponents that you can face. I like the mod because it really adds a new challenge, revolving icy areas to the game. And of course, more dungeons and adventure content is always cool. Of course, some of you might find it annoying to stay warm and to have this new challenge while passing through these biomes, but it is more realistic, and I like the thought of needing to build a shelter from time to stay warm. YDM's Weapon Master is a mod that I already showcased in a video about 2 years ago, so I thought it might be time to include this mod again, for those who don't know it yet. This mod is client-side only and will display your hotbar items on your character skin, so you can see the tools you are carrying. It is highly customizable, so you can even decide whether other players should see certain items. And that is basically it. The mod will make you simply look cooler and display all of the cool stuff you obtained while walking around. And of course, it doesn't have a great effect while playing first person single player, but with a third person playthrough, it is already really cool, and it is even better when playing multiplayer, because the players just look so much more interesting. Even arrows will be displayed when you are using a bow, and if you want to, you can have like 8 swords on your body. So overall, an amazing mod, and there's no other one like it. Chimes is a pretty small mod, but a cool one. This mod will introduce wind chimes to Minecraft. These chimes produce ambient sounds when hung from supporting blocks and can even be interacted with. In addition, wind chimes animate in the wind and repel phantoms from approaching players near them. And yeah, especially for buildings in forests or for example cherry grove biomes. These just look amazing. They have cool vanilla style models, smooth animations, and are just some high quality decorations. If you think they might improve your builds, check this mod out. Avatar is a series that all of you probably know and many of you will love. Elementals will allow you to master the 4 elements from the series. The main focus of this mod is to make each element useful, both in and out of combat. There are all 4 elements included: air, water, fire and earth. And each element has roughly 12 abilities you can use. In order to be able to use the abilities, you need to move along a skill tree. Besides the normal bending, there's also lightning and blood bending. And well, yeah, these are the basic features of the mod. The abilities themselves feel mostly pretty vanilla-ish, which is great, because they use vanilla textures and animations. But personally, I think that they are not as well suited for combat like magic mods or other ability mods, but they are still pretty fun and impressive and can also be useful. You can use them to fly, make a wall of fire, create a water shield, walk on top of a water tower, shoot air bullets and more. A fun mod, and I loved Avatar franchise, so great stuff. The next mod on our list is Timeless and Classics 0, and this mod is not a newcomer. However, it is now also available for version 1.20.1. This mod is one of, if not the most sophisticated gun mod in Minecraft. It will add great shooting, maneuvering and inspecting animations to the game. Besides that, it will also allow you to modify your guns with attachments. And it is overall survival friendly, so you can easily use it in your zombie apocalypse mod pack. First of all, the most important part of a gun mod, at least in my opinion, are the animations. And when it comes to that, the developers really did amazing work, because shooting and reloading is ridiculously cool looking, like you're playing games like CSGO or Call of Duty. The only downside is, in my opinion, that in third person the shooting animation isn't as great, as you only see the tiny line from the bullet. The gun models are more detailed than in most gun mods, and definitely have a more realistic and less Minecrafty style. So you have to see for yourself if you like that style or prefer other mods, like Mix Point Blank, which follow that more blocky approach. What might be the coolest feature of this mod is the great gun customization mechanic. You can actually let the gun hover in front of you and then add the attachments, and this feature is just animated amazingly. It feels like a completely different game. The amount of guns is more limited compared to other gun mods, but there are also add-ons, like the Immersive Armor add-on, which you can use to extend the range of guns. As you can see, I have basically only positive things to say about this mod, and it is just super satisfying to use. In the end, it is up to your taste if you like the design, but I think you can do nothing wrong by using this mod. Next we have a mod called Ribbits, and this mod will add swamp villages filled with tiny frog villagers called Ribbits. These little creatures will sit down in groups to play music. There are merchant and fisherman ribbits that you can trade with, as well as new ribbit plant blocks. There are even sorcerer ribbits that will occasionally cast spells to buff the player. These creatures will naturally return to their homes at night, but you can set their home point by right-clicking them with an amethyst. The mod really reminds me of the Creatures and Beasts mod, and is a classic Vanilla Plus mod. The creatures are cute, feel well made, and this feature of them playing music instruments just feels like it belongs to Minecraft. However, this mod won't change your game a lot. Up next, we have a mod called Let's Do Camping, and this mod is another new part of the Let's Do series, although this one is not focused on food content, but on camping content. There are 7 new backpacks, which will give you extra rows of storage. Besides that, you can craft tents and sleeping bags in all colors. So this mod does not add a lot of new functionality, except for the backpacks and the sleeping bags, which will not set a new spawn point. And the tents themselves don't have a specific use, besides looking cool for some campsites. If you want to build some cool camps for the atmosphere of your server, feel free to check it out. Earlier in this video, I showed you the mod Frostiful, and this mod has a companion mod, Scorchful, which is also a Vanilla Plus survival mod, but that is focused on heat and surviving in the desert instead. So with this mod, you don't have to watch out to stay warm enough in freezing regions, but to stay cold enough in hot areas. The mod makes exposure to the sun more dangerous in the warm areas of your world, like jungles, savannas and so on. When outside of shade, you will slowly grow warmer. As you get warmer, you will experience the effects of heat stroke, including weakness, hunger and mining fatigue. You can prevent that by staying wet and hydrated. Just jump into a pond or river or drink water from potions or the new water skin, and you can even drink cactus juice. In the nether, you face the same problem, but you can use new nether lilies for water. There are also new cool sandstorms, which improve the atmosphere. And that's it. For a greater challenge in warm biomes, use this mod. For our next mod, we have Forgotten Graves, and this is an only fabric mod that is highly configurable. It will add graves to the game, which will store the items and XP upon death of players. The graves will then start to decay at random intervals and will move through 4 different stages. They will display the player's name and the head of the player's skin. You can also craft them as decorations, write something on them, display a head, and that is basically it. Macaw's Holidays is a seasonal decoration mod that will not only add a bunch of Christmas themed decorations, but also Halloween mods. Macaw is the author of a lot of building and decoration mods, like Macaw stairs, doors, fences, trapdoors, bridges and others. The decorations this mod adds are colorful and perfect if you are planning to decorate your buildings for the Christmas season. There are Christmas trees, presents, fairy lights, pumpkins, scarecrows, bells, icicles, potions, lanterns, snowmen and more. So everything you need, in a style that already wears off from vanilla, but only a little bit. The last mod on our list is Pumped Desert 2, and this is a mod that rebuilt the Pumped Desert mod, which only had 6,000 downloads itself, but whatever. The mod adds content revolving the desert, like many structures, such as dead trees or skulls, but also a couple of mobs, like ostriches. The mod also adds mummies, fennecks and others. In an arena structure, you can find a sandstone giant that you can also fight, but which is powerful. Yeah, and that's it. The mod isn't perfect, and the structures spawn a bit too often in my opinion, but it is overall a solid option for more desert content. This is it for this video. You can find the links to all of the mods in the description below. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more videos like this in the future, feel free to leave a like, comment or subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.